Hi, in this lesson we'll look at comparing objects. In a previous lesson, you learned that you can compare object references with the double equals and not equals relational operators. However, it's important to be careful when doing this, since relational operators will compare object references rather than the objects themselves. Let's look at an example to see what this means. Here you have code that creates two rectangle objects. Even though rect1 and rect2 have the same values for width and height, when you use the double equals to compare them, the expression evaluates to false. This is because the double equals is comparing the two objects' memory addresses rather than the objects themselves. You can see this depicted in the computer memory visualization below, which clearly shows that the memory addresses stored in the two variables are not the same. Let's look at a slightly different example. This line of code creates a rectangle object and assigns its memory location to the variable rect1. Now, instead of creating a new rectangle on line 2, you assign rect1 to rect2. This assigns rect1's value, the memory address 0x005, to rect2. In this scenario, two different variables hold the same references to the same object. Now when you compare the values of rect1 and rect2 using double equals, because they both contain the same reference pointing to the same object, this evaluates to true. So you can see that the equals operator works as expected in one scenario, but not the other. So how can you go about comparing two different objects, like rect1 and rect2? If you think about it in the context of our rectangle class, the real question to ask is, what does it mean for two rectangles to be equal? To solve this problem, classes often define their own equals method, which can be used to determine whether two objects of the class are equivalent. The class equals method typically uses attributes from the two objects to determine if they are equivalent. An equals method that you are already familiar with is the string equals method. The string equals method compares the sequence of characters in the string instead of checking if the two references point to the same memory address. Going back to our rectangle example, here's a possible equals method for a rectangle class. You can see that two rectangles are considered equal if they have the same width and height. So now, when you use the equals method to compare rectangles 1 and 2, what's actually being compared are the attributes of width and height, not the memory addresses. Because the values of these attributes are equal, the equals method returns true. Let's say that you don't know the starting value of rect2, so you create the object variable but assign it an initial value of null. Now, when you try to compare rect1 and rect2, you will get a null pointer exception error because the computer is trying to access the rect2 object that doesn't exist yet. To avoid this, many equals methods will include an extra condition to make sure that the compared object reference is not null in addition to checking attributes. Notice how you can compare an object reference with null by using the comparison operators equals equals and not equals. This is helpful when you want to determine if the variable actually references an object. Now when this comparison executes, the value of false is returned instead of resulting in an error message. Now that you know the basics of comparing objects, it's your turn to give it a try.